Okay. Okay. So now we've cleared it all out. Hollow Wolf Pup with the tier 1 sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. And Scarflash Thunderbit saying, hype! I keep forgetting that the hype train is going. So let me save again. Did I ever get the GMAX Shmallow? No, I never did. Yeah. Fish. Drake. Yes, please. Restoration time. Time to unravel the mysteries. The mysteries of sticking together fossils. Receive Dracovish. 1. Is there a fast soft reset in this? Like there have been in previous Pokemon games? There is not. Okay. And to think... Well, here's the thing. My fear is that this will be very tedious. Here's the thing. I'm sure this is still faster than hatching eggs. I wish I didn't have all the birds and... Oh, shoot! I wish I didn't have all the birds and dinos. Ding dong! Receive Dracovish. It will show up as shiny on that screen, right? I'm not just like skipping out on that. Gift subs, Joking Mask with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Ah! To Ploxel, Tycoon Mike, Malcolm the Fallen Evergreen, Shady Lampant, and Thunderhog. Here's a sub for your subs. Mwah. Why not get some extra of the necessary fossils from chat? I could. Oh, check alerts because they're muted? They're muted on purpose. Oh, you know what? No, that's right. I'm gonna unmute them because I usually have them muted for the Danganronpa streams. I thought that applied to this. Store your fossils to your box Pokemon. It's much faster. I have a better idea. I'll sell them. I'm not gonna be hurting for birds and dinos. So, I'm just gonna sell them. I'll sell them! No one will ever know! I got a few of these as well. I don't know if this event is over yet. My buddy Lennon's trying to go for all the different forms. For the Milkery, yeah. I forgot. No, it's under treasure. Fossilized. Yeah, I've got 15 and 18. I think I'll be fine. This would be a lot easier to do in Pokemon Shield. Honestly. But I'm willing to try it. Might as well sell everything else, too. I'll sell the gold bottle cap. Suddenly, every aspiring competitive player shouts, "No!" Save again. All 77? Probably not all the shiny ones, just the standard ones. Fish. Drake. Fish Drake. Ding dong. 3! Back into it we go. Mayhaps I'll be the first one to find Dracovish in Sword. Probably not. Adrenium S with 100 bits saying, hey Tom, appreciate you and your mods' hard work, but my curiosity won't stop bugging me. Is Pokemon Shield an option in the streaming future? Probably not, because it's the same game. I'm trying something new with the camera. In that it's actually positioned lower. The camera's positioned lower than it used to be, so now I'm looking directly into the camera as opposed to having to look up at it. Four! Four different gym leaders? I thought it was 2. Is it up in your neck? No, I just think it's a better camera angle. Oh, 2 for each version. Ah. I give you Fish and Drake. Mash them together! Give me monochrome fish! Blast! So careless! Monokuma fish.
I don't just want despair, I want fish pellets as well. Feed me fish flakes.
I think my biggest problem with Dracovish is that the head is mounted on the tail of a dragon. Seeks.
Bingo!
Gurk it off with the 50 months of tier 1. Here is a sub for your sub saying mwah. I'm sorry, here's a sub for your sub, mwah. The sub says mwah, but the message says,
Good morning, everyone! Monokuma Fish is going to heck this battle scene in ways you can't even fathom.
stick them together and here we go! Whoa, that's too many. That's one too many. Am I trying for high IVs too? I get Hyper Train. Yeah, the Pokedex entry for Dracovish is that it can run 40 miles an hour, but it can't breathe on land. Here's hoping you can get one with Strong Jaw instead of Water Absorb. Fortunately, I have ability capsules. Like, honestly, I'm just going for the shiny. I was ready for Coconut Mall. A random guy 5850 with a 16 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah. Is the shield fossil right? Yes. You can, on rare occasions, you can find the shield fossils in sword. But I only have one of each. The only thing I really like about these streams as well is that, like, for this one, all I really have to do is press A rapidly. The vitamins have no limit now? I have trouble keeping track of those. Actually, probably would be good if I was doing that. Also, I think Decoy Troz asked before why my battery was so low on the console. It's because I was using the, it's because I was using it in portable for a while, and then I put it into sleep mode and then never plugged it back into the charger. I was just in sleep mode for the entire time. Yeah, if I was taking the Jay Witz route of shiny hunting, I'd be bolts deep into an Arduino by now. Into a what? An Arduino. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I guess it's like a small programmable machine, and Jaywitz was using that to like automatically press A on his controller, pretty much. It's a tiny computer, yeah. Jamoko with the 15 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Blah saying, hey Tom, it's hope all has been well. Just got home from work myself. Now it's time to sit back on the couch and watch. I added the couch part, but yeah. Is there controllers with that built in? I explained it very simply, but it's more than just hitting A on the controller. I think he also had like modifications. I don't know. It was also connected to the Switch, so that way he could read various like factors of it, and be able to tell when shiny Pokemon were caught. It was a whole thing. The only thing I know about about an Arduino is that somebody used it to create a knife-wielding tentacle. I'll link, so hold on. People are asking about the knife-wielding tentacle. I'm surprised there aren't people who know, I'm surprised there aren't more people who know about the knife-wielding tentacle. Just go ahead and watch that video, and you'll understand the glory that is knife-wielding tentacle. He talks about how he modified an Arduino attached to a motor. Also, we didn't get our fish. I mean, he probably could turn it off. He was probably making a joke. I just like the way he talks about it, where it's like, if anybody would like to come over and turn it off, that'd be fine by me. He has a follow-up video for the 1-year anniversary of the knife-wielding tentacle. The knife-wielding tentacle is probably one of my favorite things to come out of the internet. I'm not gonna lie. I have only one question: why? I don't know why he did it. To me, it's really funny. The best part is that it literally just looks like an octopus just, like, grabbed a knife from inside a box and is just waving it around. Also, in the 1-year anniversary video, he's got a nicer box for the knife-wielding tentacle, and it's moving a lot faster. Imagine if you can customize Pokeball. You used to be able to do something similar to that in one of the previous generations with capsules. If anybody is familiar with Lucagen's infamous E. Dr. Zayas with the 8 months of Tier 1 saying, 8 months of watching Tom, the movie, the game, the Tom. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Shiny Dracovish. Dracovish coffee cake. That's one of the few things I remember from Seinfeld. Was there's like a thing with Drake's coffee cake, and I don't remember what the point of the story was. I need to watch Seinfeld because I've seen like bits and pieces. My parents love Seinfeld. Gen 4 was the first Pokemon game where the title screen didn't have the like the normal Pokemon theme on it, right? Whenever I think of that game, I always because like it doesn't have do like the da na na da na na. It's like it's much more like mysterious. I'm saying the first. You can't soft reset fossils. Do you have proof of this? Stash official with the 12 months of Tier 1. Here's what's up for your sub. Wow, the best thing. Hey, Tom, as a fellow Austinite, I'd like to know what your favorite restaurant in Austin is. I'm not really good at going to the local ones, honestly. Boost that up to 20. Diamond and Pearl's title screen is the Hall of Origin theme. In order to make this go a touch faster, would people be willing to trade me some fossils? I have not played Ring Fit Adventure in a while. Instead, I've just been going to a gym. People are saying yes. I need to see what I have that I can, like, trade away. I don't want to trade, like, pretty much anything on this page, because it's memories. Memories. I guess mainly I'm just looking for, like, stuff that has, like, my ID. That's a pretty damn good cottony. I'm only gonna do, I'm probably only gonna do, like, have 10 of each, at most. Oops. Do that. Check summary.
Bingo!
Take you. Take you. I'm trying to organize these the best I can. I'm trying to I'll put 18 in there. I'll just trade for, like, I guess I should have kept some of those failed whoopers. Yeah, I didn't think about it, unfortunately. Check summary. Curly has a Grigba flank original. Oracle. I have so many Pokemon that belong to other people because I do the, I do, like, the trading stuff so much. There's, like, nothing on this page that doesn't belong to me. If you're wondering why I'm also being kind of, like, anal about keeping Pokemon that don't have my trainer ID on it, it's because I want as many odds as possible at the ID lotto thing. Mr. Sub. Murder Maggot with the 53 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah. With the message saying, almost 4.5 years, Tom. Thank you for all the years of enjoyment. Love you. Thank you very much. How many is that? 12, 15. I need 3 more. I've not gotten Gigantamax Toxtricity yet. Guess what, guys? One of you is gonna be lucky enough to get Fortnite. All right. Now let us connect to the internet. As these things generally go.
Bingo!
And there are no stamps whatsoever. Kremid with 35 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah. All right. Does anybody have fossils that they would like to trade?
Bingo!
Luckiest 6 with the 8 months of tier 1 is sub for your sub. 8 months to return to a Fortnite giveaway. What alternate timeline is this? Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. A lot of people are saying that they do have it. All right. I need to figure out a system here.
Bingo!
Joking Mask gifting 5 more tier 1 subs. To Lacey Blair, Skullwolf Werewolf, Red Vamp Alucard, The Demon Heroic, and Aura Waves 101. Here's a sub for your sub. Alright. Where am I listening to this wonderful music from? This is from Insane in the Rain. You can find his stuff on YouTube. I personally have bought his this particular soundtrack on iTunes. I think honestly, like, I don't mean to offend anybody who doesn't get into this, but I think I'd prefer to trade with one person who has all the Drake and fish fossils that I need. So does anybody have 9 Drake fossils and 9 fish fossils they'd be willing to trade? Shoal Sentinel, you can do that? Okay. I'm operating under the assumption. I was operating under the assumption that you either at Discord or you are online on Discord. Doesn't look like it. I'm trying to figure out how to send you. I also got to give you time to attach the fossils to 18 different Pokemon.
Bingo!
Toho Riding with the 20 months of tier 1 is sub for your sub. Mwah, saying, heck yeah, 20 months of being on the Communist Party. Shoal Sentinel, do you have Discord? You're on there, okay. Are you on the Communist Party Discord? You are, okay. Where are you? I do not see you on here. Is your Discord name the same as your, is it the same as your Twitch name?
Bingo!
Should be. Maybe I could just search for it. Jump. There we go. I just sent you a message. Shoal. Yes, this is from Super Metroid. This is Laura Brinstar. Good to go whenever. Excellent. Like trade. Keep this away. Keep the code a secret away from prying eyes. And now I am searching. You can hear the ticks. Oh no! Do you know what numbers I've chosen based on those ticks? A trade partner has been found! Hopefully this is Shoal! Is your name Vanguard? I need to make sure before I start trading willy-nilly. Yes, you are Vanguard. Waiting for another person's an Appleton? I can check out their Pokemon summary. Okay. Alright. Daci's, whoops! What happened? Torredit? Communicating. Please stand by. I like how the dragon inside the apple ate, like, a sweet apple and then decided it wanted to be a pie. That's what Appleton and I have in common. We're both pies. Mofin with the 6 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Alright, next. Trade it!
Bingo!
Dan Jensen with 59 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah, the best saying 40,000 words achieved on my book. I'd be proud of myself. Also, nearly 5-year sub. Yay. 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 Y'all want to see my Thanksgiving vlog? I'm a pie. I'm noticing a distinct trend with the Pokemon you're sending me. Yep, they're both G-Max! That one ain't G-Max! Ah. 1,000 bits for Mark the Wolf saying, here, have some biddies. G-Max Barbarical. Hands everywhere! Nothing but hands. Imagine having a symbiotic relationship wherein you're being used to help walk. Your face and body are being used as a limb. Dread, not with the 5 months of prime. I'm sorry, 10 months of prime. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Another Appleton. Another pie. Another pie. Torkoal! Do you remember Ash's Torkoal that always cried? That's nice, Drake. Torkoal was a baby? I don't remember that part of it. I thought it was just a very sensitive Torkoal. It usually cried when it was happy.
Bingo!
Bell 308 with the 11 months of Prime. Here's the sub for your sub. Mwah, the best saying, hi Tom, you might remember me as John Sniper. I thought I finally let go of the name. Maybe when I was 13. To try and sound cool, Tom Welp. Yeah. Oh, the baby implies that it cries a lot. Oh, not actually a baby, but like, I'm baby. See, we're going in the pattern of fish drake, fish drake, fish drake. A fish drake, a fish drake, a fish drake. I was at a Super Bowl party when that unfortunate Planters Peanuts commercial came on the air. It was good right up until the dolphin noises. And then when the hashtag came about, somebody at the party was like, "Nope, no, that is not okay! Not okay!"
Bingo!
Did anyone actually see the commercial, or did they just see the nut itself? Wild Will with the 38 months of tier 1 saying, decent background music. Well, here to another month of Tommyism. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. I think I'd like to paint the picture of the commercial for you. Of the actual Super Bowl commercial itself. We start on a beautiful yet dreary day at the funeral of Mr. Peanut. Gathered around are Wesley Snipes, the Kool-Aid Man, and Mr. Clean. During the eulogy, the Kool-Aid guy cries and one of his tears hits the grave. Out of the grave rises a peanut plant, and out of that peanut plant rises a baby peanut. I've only seen it once and I've memorized it. It comes out of baby Mr. Peanut. Somebody picks it up and baby Mr. Peanut makes dolphin noises, which is then immediately followed up by a very deep male voice saying, "Just kidding, I'm back." And that's the commercial. Why was the peanut dead? He died trying to save Wesley Snipes from a collapsing tree. Oh, yep. I don't want to say the hashtag out loud. I don't want to be on recording saying that hashtag. What was even more jarring was that that like the mouth flaps were so badly synced with the voiceover that it didn't sound like it was coming from Mr. Peanut at all. Chat can tell you what the hashtag is. I'm not saying it. It was actually that.
Bingo!
You walked in on the recap of the stupid Planters Peanuts Super Bowl commercial. It was an excellent commercial up until the dolphin noises. I stand by that fact wholeheartedly. Oh yeah, that's right. The original commercial for that was pulled after Kobe Bryant's death. That was just a very unfortunate ad campaign all around. To clarify, the ad came out well before Kobe Bryant's death. They pulled the ad after Kobe Bryant's death. I am indeed talking about the nut. Who's ready for vocals? This displeases the nut. Yeah, no, that I was thinking that exact same thing. The thing is about the ad is that it's working because everyone's talking about planters. I think the best commercial overall was Tide, with Charlie Day appearing in other commercials to get his laundry done. Uh-oh. Hold on. I see a fuck off, I don't need to remember that, and I'm wondering what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Definitely was the Groundhog Day Jeep one. I think I missed that one. 105 bits from Joshua Slowpoke saying, and that's why I'm confused as to why political and Super Bowl ads are displayed on YouTube. Yup. Did you know that candidate Morris Johnson actually liked the Planters Super Bowl commercial? Consider not voting for him this Feb, May. You don't messle with Shessel. Yes, Jan, I think we have our raid message. Feb, May. What song is playing right now? This is Pollyanna, originally from the Earthbound soundtrack, arranged by Insane in the Rain. And performed by Insane in the Rain, Family Jewels, Sab Irene, and Adris Solis. Cookie. What am I currently doing? I'm being traded more fossils, so I don't have to reset every time I fail at one of them. I think my favorite Super Bowl commercials were the local ones. Because those always had, like... Those went one of two ways. Either they went, we have a Super Bowl ad. They're either like, we have a Super Bowl ad, so we need as high production values as possible, or we're just going to run the same exact ad we've normally run. With, like, the really crappily, like, flash animated, like, horribly rigged 2D animation. My Sandaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. The only way to get the shiny, fossil shinies, make them from Careless. Yes, you can't encounter them in the wild, and you can't, breed them. $2 for movie promotion ideas saying advertise for a sequel to Groundhog Day, then play the original movie in theaters. That's pretty brilliant, actually. There was a car commercial that used Groundhog Day as the base for it. And it was like, it was really jarring because it like completely undermined what Groundhog Day was about. And it was like, it was Bill Murray just repeating the same day over and over again just to steal a car. On top of that, the point in Groundhog Day where he steals a car is where he first kills himself. When he got in that car with the groundhog, I was expecting the worst. Oh, that's the Jeep one. When you said Groundhog Day, I didn't think of the movie. I thought of the holiday. A very loose holiday. I think we finished with all of them. Thank you very much, Shoal, for trading me all those Pokemon with fossils attached to them. I just need to do a little reorganizing. Let's see. Okay. Making sure I got them all. Bag them. Bag them. Bag them. Bag them. I think, like, here's something. I don't know if this is, like, an unpopular opinion or whatnot. I'm kind of disappointed by Orbeetle's design. I don't know where it was gonna go, but I love Dottler. Men who consume snack. Oops. Summary of these G-Max as well, yes, and yes, I don't have G-Max, Orbeetle, or Grimmsnarl, or Kingler for that matter. So those three are moving into my G-Max box. Oops. If I had to rank the evolutionary line of I can't remember the first evolution of it, the bookworm. Blipbug. If I had to rank my favorite like evolutionary line of Blipbug, it would probably go Dottler, Blipbug, and then Orbeetle. I don't know why I just don't like Orbeetle. I could not tell you why I don't like it. I'm trying to put these in order by Pokedex number, but I haven't been doing a very good job of that recently, so I'm just gonna go with this and hope to God I can get it right later. I also want to organize the boxes so I'm not having to sift through like 50 of them. In a strange order.
Bingo!
Bingo! History Master with 43 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah.
Bingo!
Volvongo with 11 months of tier 3. Here's that chonky sub for that chonky sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah, mwah, and mwah. The best saying, damn, it's almost been a year. Almost done arranging the boxes here. The chonk. Now don't make me break out the chonk. All right, let's do it. Next 10, let's go!
Bingo!
We're back on track! Bingo! Van the Toku Man with the 3 months of tier 1 is sub for your sub. Mwah, the best thing, hey Tom. Love the content, keep being awesome. Let's do it! Dracovish! Damn it! Damn it!
Bingo!
Chaos Destroyer with the 16 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Blah, the best thing. How's everyone this fine day? I'm doing well. Do I have a backup shiny hunt in case this one ends early? Nope. I can start going for toxicities. Damn it! Keep going. Oh, this is the ice path from Pokemon Gold and Silver. All the songs are by Insane in the Rain. Ditto's Daycare Dance? You mean from Terminal Montage? I like that guy's stuff. I don't think I pressed the button for that one. I like his, my favorite animation in Terminal Montage is his, Star Fox 64 one. My favorite bit is when, they go from Katina to Aquas, and Slippy goes, "Hey, we can't go this way, the map says," and Fox interjects by going, "I'm making mac and cheese, and nobody can stop me!" If you go back to Matt's stream, Redneck Walter, tell him I said hi. Sorry. Southern culture, Walter. I hope that joke doesn't get old. If you get sick of that joke, Walter, let me know and I'll stop doing it. What about Scott Falco? I'm in one of his animations. I was Mr. Pokemon in his gold and silver speedrun. Or his Pokemon Gold, totally legit Pokemon Gold speedrun, that's what it was. Yep, I see so many quotes from it coming in already.
Hello, you must be— Ah! Oak said you'd visit. May I offer you an egg in this trying time?
I think that's all 10 of them. Yep.
Bingo!
Tribulate Chaos with the 54 months of tier 1 is sub for your sub. Wow, the best thing, 54 months. Oh god, you're shiny hunting the fossils. Good luck. Yeah. Ooh, batteries up. You're cheering on my bat. All right, taking bets. Who thinks that I'm gonna get the shiny before my battery reaches 100%? I don't think it will anyway. I'm stopping the stream at 8 p.m. Central. How many eggs did Whooper take? The first shiny took around 330. I did not keep track of the other ones. By the way, Dracovish named Dracovish Edward. What if you were to name it instead, because it's part fish, you name it Squidward? I think this is only the 32nd one. Indeed it is. Be the crane. Ooh, Mining Melancholy. Carlos performed this at Magfest this year. I had an atrium room so I could hear it from my hotel room. Am I doing Danganronpa tomorrow? Yes, I am. I did a Danganronpa stream last week and I did not. Carol's out here restoring fossils like in the desert with a rusted machine. I'm just sitting here like, do you want to maybe try this in a real lab and maybe like you can get a little bit more DNA out of the Pokemon? No? Okay. Oh, this is 36. I did not see any of Terminal Montage's Pokemon Battle Royale videos. You and Matt are doing the same thing. Difference is you're on Pokemon, he's on Viva Pinata. What, is he actually playing Viva Pinata right now? Good luck finding your shiny pinata. I don't know their names, but you do what you gotta do. There you go. There. I don't know what his response is gonna be. I just typed a message to him and then just stopped. What's going on? I was sending a message to my good buddy Matt, who's shiny hunting pinatas. I don't know how Viva Pinata works. I don't know how many actual fossils I have left.
Bingo!
Mr. Ben with the 43 months of tier 1 is sub for your sub. Wow, the message saying, are we playing God again? Dear Lord. I am creating 2 atrocities tonight. How weird there isn't a pinata-based Pokemon yet? You think that would happen at some point? Ludicolo? Whoops. Ludicolo's more of a dancey boy? Do you think that, like, if you saw that thing, like, just hanging around, kids wouldn't try to hit it with a stick? That was the last one, and no shinies. What's Ludicolo supposed to be? I think Ludicolo is supposed to be a Kappa. Another Mr. Trisman saying, I should state other Pokemon labs, researchers, and other regions managed to revive full Pokemon with less fossil than Kara List is using. Not only that, Kara is going against Arceus. It's also not professional. Silver Kaze Ninja with the $2 saying, you saw it for help me. Now it's just, now the quest onto his adopted brother, save me. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Save me spelled S-E-I space V''M'. Save me. Oh, man. That's incredible. Bravo, Silver Kaze Ninja. Oh, man. No, save me's not gonna be the raid message. We're still going with Janya Feb May. Named Arctivish. Kelme is pretty good too. Keelame. I think here's the thing. Kelme works better because it's similar to Halp Me. Hal is an actual name, or Kel and Hal are actual names. Janu Feb May, because that's when you should vote. Erase me. Keenan. Oh, Dio, you're onto something there. Keenan and Kel, but it's 2 Dracovish? What about Keenan and Kel, but it's 1 Dracovish? What if I vote for something you don't agree with? Well, that's the beauty of America. You're allowed to have those opinions. Just because I disagree with it doesn't mean that, like, I could do anything to stop it. How many fossils do I have? I have 10, but I'm resetting every time I don't get it. Heads or tails? Heads or tails is a good one. What if you vote in March? Then your vote probably won't count. What if I vote on something you don't agree with and I'm not an American? That might be that might be more up to a debate of no, I can't do it. I'm getting, if I say that, then I'm getting way too political and I've got to stop there. What about Sandra Osera? Initials SOS. I can't wait until, like... Because here's the thing. There are going to be, like, kids who play this game, and they're gonna be, like, in their like, teen years, maybe in college, when they go to replay this game, and realize just how messed up these Pokemon are. And of a small percentage of that, there's gonna be people who think that nobody else realized it. Fix me. I like how they all come from, like, a culture where you have to have, like, a single letter followed by me in your last name. There are only 26 families. There are only 26 families in why me? Oh, man. You guys are on fire tonight. I missed out on 2 of them. The rival should be the U family. That's all the normal fossil Pokemon. Hell yes. Even though we're not going anywhere in this landscape, we're roaming the wastes. Seduce me. I got a good one. I have to type it out. There, that's her name. Kara for me. That part right there that goes da 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 da. It always makes me think of like that one, like, I don't remember the name of the song. It reminds me of that one song that goes da 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 da, and at the part where it goes da 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 da. Axel F. It's from Family Guy. Don't say that. Beverly Hills Cop, thank you. That's where I know it from. All you out here thinking like Crazy Frog. I don't know what number I'm at. I'll go to 55 for safety because that's what I'm gonna end up being like. Yeah. Spaceships! Mistake is a good one. The problem is, that joke's already been used. And very well utilized by Team 4-Star with their Chikorita. By the end of it, Meganium named Mr. Steak. I like the lore that they came up with for him, where it's like he's really where Mr. Steak is really stupid. But like wants your love, wants like the love of the trainer so badly that he learned his own name as opposed to saying like Chikorita or Bailey from Meganium. But instead of Mr. pronounce it Mur. Steak! Yeah, Mr. Steak was supposed to be the sacrificial lamb and ended up being the best Pokemon in the whole run. Does anyone here care about Incredibles 2 spoilers? I want you to think about the main villain's actual name. $2 from Silver Cosy Ninja saying, now presenting the patriarch of the U family. What's the matter with to you?
Bingo!
And Scrapmun is gifting a tier 1 sub to Cobalt Soulfox, who's a sub for your sub. Mwah. What was his name? It was a her. Her name was Evelyn Dever. Here's the thing, though. I don't think you ever hear her first and last name in conjunction. I think you hear at the same time. I think her brother introduces himself first with his full name. I don't remember what her brother's first name was, and then she just introduced herself as Evelyn. So unless you were like really making the connection, you actually said her full name, which not a lot of people do. You're gonna end up like not realizing that her name is Winston Dever. Right. Didn't get it there. Evil Endeavor, Evil Endeavor. Some of y'all are really reaching for the Halpa-me based puns, including Titch me bicep. Oh my god. There you go. Demi Noir. But she's single, so her full name is Miss Demi Noir. Misdemeanor. That's my first one this round, right? Yeah. Do I have the shiny charm? Yep. The Nightbot command for a special. We were so focused on whether or not that we could. We forgot to ask whether or not we should. I feel like at this point we're at that point with the naming convention now. Have any plans to do anything with Animal Crossing? I have ideas. The way that some of you are putting these names up, it makes me think of, like, how Darts talks in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. Animal Crossing! Seto Kabe! My plane is great! The seal of Oe Calcamos. Yeah, Kurt did a really good job at that role. Nerd Art and Games, that's a good one. Bury me. I think, my favorite names, though, have got to be the ones that are, like, actual names. Like, actual names, but, like, the last name doesn't make a lot of sense. So, like, Halpamy. Where it's like, it's definitely help me, but the fact that the single syllable word help has to be split into two. Doria. No, that's not. Okay. The funny thing is, I'm barely looking at the Pokemon itself, because I know chat's gonna go nuts when it ends up actually happening. The last one? Yes. You spontaneously decide to freak out for no reason? Or just do nothing? Well, here's the thing. Spontaneously freaking out with for no reason, that might get me. That'll probably get me. Not reacting to the shiny that's actually there, I doubt all 500 of you could pull that off. Reset muscle memory, that'd be the worst. Making a rain team? No, the Quagsire didn't fit on a doubles team. So I'm gonna use the Quagsire in a singles team instead, and I'm still making the doubles team. How much of each item do you have? 10 of each. After 10, if I don't get it, I reset. I'd have more, but I'm on sword. I think 10 is good, though. Whose emote is that? A drive. Wouldn't this suck so much if you have to save like using a wishing piece? That'd be awful, yes. This is probably gonna be one of the shorter shiny hunting streams, just because I gotta be done by 8. So we'll probably come back to it sometime in the future. Joking Mask with 100 bits saying, someone soft reset over a shiny Mewtwo and let's go Pikachu while making a shiny live dex. Was it Fi-Fi? That sounds like something Fi-Fi might have done. He has reset on Pokemon in the past that were shiny. FJ Time with 100 bits saying, my 5th anniversary message was a cluster of fuck, but I had just gotten out of the hospital, so I apologize for that. What I meant to say then was I can't always sub to you because I have college, and I only sub to you when I can. I kind of feel bad about not being able to anymore, but I am paying my way through school, so love your work and thanks for helping my anxiety and depression. Now go make us a monster. I'm doing my best at that. Just like you don't gotta worry about like subbing or whatnot. You being here is support enough. The one thing that I always preach in these like streams and whatnot in terms of like supporting me is to take care of yourself before you take care of me. So never feel bad that you can't like afford a sub or to like donate as much as you want to. Oops, I didn't want to add you to the party. How do these things breed? They don't.
Bingo!
Federal Stormblade with the 9 months of tier 1 saying, Twitch baby! Twitch baby indeed. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. How many fossils do I have? I have 10 of each. What do you think Dracovish tastes like? Probably alligator. Did Ray ever get a shiny Diglett? I don't know. I haven't caught a lot of his streams. He's probably gotten encountered more Diglets than he's hatched Hone Edges.
Bingo!
Werewolf Cora with the 4 months of tier 1 saying, a Tomku. Birds of Prey was fun. Happy anniversary. It's snowing on Mount Fuji. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Troy, I think the joke for that is just the horrible misunderstanding of how haikus actually work. But it was popularized by the Game Grumps. So it spread like wildfire amongst the gaming community. Oops. Oh, my heart will go on! Doesn't have vocals, does it? So far, no. I did not know that Dragon Force made a cover of My Heart Will Go On, but I wish I could forget that information. Was My Heart Will Go On written about Leonardo DiCaprio never getting an Oscar? If somebody wrote a song that was about somebody never getting an award, that'd be incredibly vindictive. Hot cross buns on the sax. Hot wife John. Hot wife John. There was a brief moment where I peered over at the picture on I peered over at the picture up there, and then immediately like looked back and forth between them really quick, and I thought the one on the game screen was that one, and I was like, and it wasn't. 420 bits from World Chorus saying, "Sing for me, my angel" music. Is that what you wanted? It's what you all wanted. What you all ask for day in and day out from me. Never ceasing, never stopping. Ever this way. Who's my favorite champion? Probably Lance, because there was some growth there. Maybe not, actually. Because Red just kind of up and disappeared, didn't he? He never... Dracovish. My favorite champion is me. Yeah, I'm the champion. Me. Rubicante, shiny Pokemon were not introduced until Gen 2. We've hit 100. Damn it! $100 abominations! Look at that face! Look! Anyone else shiny hunting during this?
Bingo!
Bingo! War Acolyte with the 19 months of Tier 1 saying, I come to face the zombie of the past Pokemon era. 'Tis unfortunate, I know. I would make 100 abominations, and I would make 100 abominations more. We got one. It's not shiny, though. It walked the earth. It walked the earth looking for tail. Because technically he didn't have one. He had a neck. Dracovish, the Pokemon cruising for tail. You think Carolus is just covered in blood? Like, that's not dirt, that's just dried blood. She performs like constructive surgery in the ground here. Is that last one? It is. I didn't call for you, Siri. The counter is not automated. I'm taking it up with the plus key. She's very vain. What? 111, and it is done. Damn. Bastiodon's head on Aurora's.
Bingo!
I want Bastiodon's head on Ammonite. It's trying to scoot around like the tiny little tentacles and the shell in the back. Bingo! Ordered Saturn with the 50 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah, but the best saying, Big 5-0, 10 more until 5 years. Man, time flies. Now, we're still talking about fossils here. You can't just start giving Ammonite Machoke, or you can't just start giving Wooper Machoke's arms. And besides, it'd be Quagsire with Mega Swamperts. Ammonite's head and a Bastiodon. We're just getting into Pokemon Fusion. This is Pokemon Fusions! This is what everyone wanted, right? When they wanted Pokemon Fusions? Snorlax with Jinx's hair. Absolutely flawless. Yeah. Fossilized fish, fossilized Drake. Get them in there, Drake's coffee cake. We're getting aboard the SS Drake. Find ourselves some fruits. So we could save our home planet of Kopai. I mean, find Captain Olimar along the way. And our captain sounds like Patrick Warburton. It's my favorite soda. I like, Main Root Doppelganger. It's basically Dr. Pepper with real sugar and not, corn syrup. Just tastes better. What's Dracovish's Pokedex number? We might be here a while. $882. $882 is when we're gonna get this shiny fossil. Maine Root sells here in Texas, which is really weird because they're bottling plants in Maine. But they don't bottle their doppelganger. They only use it. They only have it at like at fountains. Torchies used to carry Maine Root soda, but I guess like they stopped because now they just have Coke products now. And I'll dare lock it. Is it Maine Root? Yeah. How you spell it? Yes. Like the state of Maine. Maine Root. Ever tried IBC? I have. I haven't tried Jones Soda. I really want to though. I've been going through all of Steven George's old vlogs, and they talk about Maine Root soda, or not Maine Root, Jones Soda a lot. Can't really get it in Texas. If you can, I haven't seen it. What flavor of Maine Root do I like? Doppelganger. It's not gonna show up on their website. It's only a fountain drink. Since I live in Texas, well, I think of Bluebell ice cream. I think we had that in Connecticut. What is this? Everything's all right. I don't know what song this is, per se.
Step into the spotlight. She said, I'm sad, somehow without any words. I just stood there.
It's my opinion on drinking water. I think it's important. And, unlike the CEO of Nestle, I think it should be a human right. Isn't this to the moon? According to what I just saw on iTunes, yes. Sentiments from World of course. Speaking of regional candy, I ordered a case of Cadbury chocolates from England with Pop Rocks and jelly beans in the bar. Also, Under some Scarflash saying, just so you know, if you ever find a Brookshires, sometimes carry Northern Foods. My mom found some Jones Soda and Verner's in one before. Okay. think I might be off count. Must be 9 or 10. I don't know. I don't know if it's 9 or 10. I think I have to like decide when I want to hit the plus button, because if I can figure that out, then I won't like forget nearly as often. Okay, well I was on count, so that's good. Favorite theater candy? Ooh, I used to like Raisinets a lot. Whoppers are pretty good. So are Skittles. Mike and Ike's are good. Ooh, yeah, Crunch Bites. Oh, I haven't thought about Crunch Bites in so long. It's too bad they're owned by Nestle. Cookie dough bites are good, yeah. Funny thing with Mike and Ike's, have you ever just like held one in your mouth for a long time? Like have you ever sucked on a Mike and Ike? I know y'all in your dirty minds. All the flavor for a Mike and Ike is on, like, the surface of it. Once that's gone, there's no sugar on it anymore, and it's just, like, whatever the chewy part is made of underneath. Gelatin, probably. I was watching Binging with Babish video where he was making the marmalade sandwiches from Paddington Bear. And it reminded me that I haven't seen Paddington Bear and I really want to. Someone said, holy shit, Babish, I love that channel. I have his cookbook. I don't remember when. I think it was sometime late last year. I think it was in October. Donna and I went to his book tour when he was in Dallas. It was when, yeah, that's right. It was when people thought I was getting married. Because we were going to her cousin's wedding.
Bingo!
Digital Ronin with the 12 months of tier 1 is a sub for your sub. Mwah, the best saying. Shiny hunting? Indeed. Weird for the win with 100 bits saying, the Fingal went whiffle on Spab Regma. Sorry, just wanted to hear you say that. Yeah, alright. Here, take these rocks and give me gray fish, man. Dracovish. Get fish. Time Guardian with 100 bits. Thank you very much, Time Guardian. I think you said a message before that said just because enjoy, but you didn't type the thing out correctly. So thank you very much. Jim's going to carry that movie. That was not intentional. 144! I accidentally hit the button again, but it didn't go up to 145. That is a gross amount of Dracofishes. Full odds in this game are 1 in 4,000, or 1 in around 4,000. Odds, odds, 4,096 to be precise, correct. I don't know if the shiny charm affects it, but if it does, then that gets reduced to 1 in 2,048. Shard Charger dropped to around 1 in 1,300. Oh, I thought I'd have the chance, or doubled the chance rather. Shiny Charm doesn't seem to work on gifts. What did Jim Cummings play? Eggman? The Sonic Saturday Morning cartoon back in the 90s. The one that was pretty much a very subtle environmental message. No, not the Pengus one. That was Long John Baldry. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we will restart this song. However, we brought up something, and now we must adhere to it. Our actions have consequences, and now we must pay for those consequences.
Should have raced you. You made me lose. I'm never gonna slow my hitch.
Scratch! Grounder!
I need you to help me out. If you bring me victory, I'll shine your
Shreds. Just win the race! Just win the race! Just win, just win, just win the race! I don't care what it takes, just find a way to win the race! $2 for Silver Content Ninja saying Hal has a surprise encounter with his long lost sister Emma Fish. I get it. I don't think you need the apostrophe for that one though. That one could just work as Emma Fish. Yeah, Jared's cover of this is great, and his like reaction is astounding. It's so good. What name did I say? Jared, the 8-bit drummer.
I finally done it.
You win, Robotnik.
Yes, I did win, didn't I? I finally done it.
You win, Robotnik.
Nice try, Hedgehog. Finally, everyone will know it. I'm the boss. Oh, yes, I am. And now I'm ready to conquer every inch of Mobile. Finally, everyone will see it. I'm the best, and you know it. Right. Oh, yes, I am. And now I'm ready to conquer the universe. I win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I won the race, and now I'm happy. Win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race, and now I'm done. I guess that's the price I have to pay for catching the hedgehog. I'll have to give myself a promotion. The fun is now.
I was thinking about this recently. One of my favorite 3D animators that I kind of know from like the Source filmmaker days.
I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race, and now I'm happy. Win the race. I win the race. I win.
Sorry, I got distracted by someone spamming bits.
I won the race, and now I'm done.
He did like Source filmmaker for a long time, and then he got into like actual 3D animation, like modeling and rigging it and all that stuff. And he's so good. I highly recommend like checking out his stuff. His username on YouTube is edbotnik the. He recently had a video on Mashed that was a Mario Kart Double Dash, like sort of like chase kind of thing, where it's Wario and Waluigi like in a race around the Yoshi circuit. It's so good. He did another one related to that. I think more. I don't remember. I don't know if like the timeline exactly, but it came out before the one that he posted on Mashed. Or he didn't post it on Mashed. It came out. He posted the other one on his channel before the one on Mashed came out, which was more or less like the same concept but a little bit shorter. And he used the Loop in the Third theme song. So that was really good. It also fit really well. Anyway, let's go back to our regularly scheduled music. No, modeling, not bottling. We're doing Dracovish shinies. Yup! It's gonna suck! Give them fossils. If I had to rate Rainbow Roads, which one would top the list? I don't think my thoughts on my favorite one would be the same, but I remember enjoying Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road the most. Oh, I got the count wrong. My bad. This one's 160. You got your Switch charger at school? It does work with other USB-C cables. And like an iPod charger. Or like just any like USB AC adapter and a USB-C cable. It's from Sente saying, I know you'll have your own name for the shiny Dracovish, but I wanted to share my idea. Tempura. Not very fried looking, is he? And I'm still really proud of my name of Fritter for Applin. Restoration time! Donna was here this past week. We were watching Mindhunter on Netflix. It's a rather disturbing show. I'll warn anybody who's thinking of looking into it just to warn them now. Helix, I'm sorry, Hell X1B2 with the 46 months of tier 1 saying 46 months, holy crap! Top scream, top scream, top scream. Mwah. The show itself is about when the FBI started like takes place in like the late 70s, early 80s when the FBI was starting to like basically like make profiles of like serial killers and like come up with like the terminology and whatnot. Well, there's one part in the episode where they're tailing a guy, they're tailing a suspect, and he stops in at like a fish restaurant. I don't know, tempura made me think of this. I don't know why. He stops in at or it's a chicken restaurant, like a fast food joint, and like he pulls up his car next to him, knocks on their window, and says like, "Hey, I know you guys have been telling me, but I thought you guys might be hungry." And he just gives them the chicken sandwich and fries. And like over the radio, it's like they handed him. So like, what could it have been? I don't know. Maybe it was the number 5 over at the chicken place there. Oh, you can't beat that. It's $2.99. You get a sandwich and fries and a drink. And that's just the police chatter like over the phone there. Was it a KFC? No, I think it was either a local chain at the time or it was a or it was like a fake restaurant they came up with because they couldn't get the rights to use the actual like restaurant's name. I don't know if it's clear or not, but I think the emotes you unlock with the channel points or last for 24 hours. Would Popeyes have ever had that deal? Okay, I wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure like how clear it was when you're spending your channel points on something like that.
Bingo!
Joking Mask gifting a tier 1 sub to Moonstalker. Moonstalker, here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Dracovish. What shinies do I have? I could show you. I say that because I don't remember off the top of my head. I have... That's for the competitive team. Shiny Quagsire, Shiny Wooper, Shiny Gigantamax, Colossal, Shiny Delmise, Shiny Magikarp, 2 Shiny Ralts, and we're working on the Dracovish. Hi, Cat! How have you been doing? I'm making monstrosities, Cat. I'm trying to get a grayscale monstrosity with little accents of purple and maybe a touch of blue. Whose Wahey emote is that? That figures that it's Jepson's. That's an amazing emote. I think I might have overcounted again. Oh no, I severely undercounted. Eternatus, all the legendary Pokemon are shiny locked. Eternatus, Sword Doggo and Shield Doggo. You should have that instead. My Zacian and Zamazenta, thank you. My channel isn't as my content isn't nearly as associated with Banjo-Kazooie as Jepson's is, so I think like him having the Wahey emote is good, or is appropriate. It's my favorite shiny. I have no idea. Grayscale Abomination's the best abomination. Likely we'll get shiny doggos in the future if they do events for them. What ideas do I have for an Emil emote? I don't know. It might if I do have an idea for one, it might replace one of the ones I already have. Maybe I'm oh no, I couldn't do that. We'll make Tom Lude the Emil emote. It'll be a How'd I end up with 2 worlds? I know somebody who hosts raids of shiny Pokemon and then resets his game, so even though other people get them, he doesn't. So he just keeps doing that over and over again so other people can get them multiple times.
Bingo!
Buccaneer Brawler with the 56 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. What's going on, Kyle? I'm really afraid of how the competitive scene is going to shift once the, like, legendaries from every other region are going to be added back in. Yeah, Lando T's probably going to mess everything up again. Simple don't add legendaries to comp. A lot of people are going to be like, well, then what's the point of bringing legendaries over in the first place? Who has the Vise emote? That's got to be Lythero, right? Yeah, it is. Can you use legendaries in ranked on yeah, like in ranked on this? I think one of the, here's the thing. I know it's super controversial with like Dexit and everything, but like I think one of the best things they've done for competitive Pokemon is limit the pool of Pokemon that are available in it. Bringing the legendaries back just makes all of like the meta just revolve around them again, like it did in the old days. You have until June before they return? You have less time than that. Because a lot of the legendaries are already programmed into the game. You'll be able to get them once Pokemon Home launches later this month. Getting close to 200 there. I'm gonna do these last 10 and then I'm gonna call it for the night. It is 8 p.m. yes, but I'm gonna keep going until I run out of fossils this time around, and then I'll just quit on it. It's my favorite new Pokemon? Oh, if I had to choose a favorite. Rillaboom is really good. All of the fossils. Here's the thing. I love lovable monstrosities. So, like, all the fossils are like, #1 in my book. What are some other good ones? The Apple Dragon family is really good. Phalanx is a good one. I still can't, like... I still don't understand how Phalanx isn't a bug Pokemon. Like, I see that, and the first thing I think of is, oh, clearly it's bug. But it's not. It's just 6 Meta Knights with Roman helmets. How is Phalanx one Pokemon? How is Execute one Pokemon? What did I say? Shared brains, so. Cat, I figure your favorite would be a bug type Pokemon. Yes, Gnome is really good. Wishy-Wash was introduced last generation, unless you're not talking about that. With a bug.
Can you see the sun is shining? It makes me feel so free, so alive.
Berserker is interesting. That's one thing I think it was the best addition into this generation of Pokemon. Pokemon from previous generations evolving into completely different Pokemon. Galarian Meowth evolving into not Galarian Persian, but rather Berserker. Need more bug legendaries? I technically, yeah, the only one we have is Genesect, really. I wouldn't count Volcanion as one either. Volcanion I consider like a pseudo-legendary.
There's nothing for me to do.
I wouldn't mind if there was like a regional Eevee that could only evolve into alternate forms of Eevee evolutions. I meant Volcarona. Yes, I did mean Volcarona. I couldn't remember which one it was. Mean the legendary poison type? You got Eternatus. All right, that's gonna be it for this stream. Unfortunately, after the 190 we got here, we could not get it. However, we were about 220 eggs in the last time we did shiny hunting for shiny Wooper, and we didn't get it. At any rate, it's been good. I'm actually kind of surprised that this playlist has lasted the entire stream and we didn't hear any repeats. So I'm pretty happy about that. Usually it'll tell you like how long the total time is on a playlist, but it's not telling me that for this, so we'll have to see. Bug Eevee and Cat would die happy.
Sun goes down. I feel like I am waiting for another day when the clouds go.
All right, we're rating with a month.
Can you feel it?
Do we wanna try something else instead for a raid message?
Can you feel it? Oh. Can you feel
I got an idea.
oh.
We're not raiding with Baby Nut.
Can you feel it? Oh.
We're gonna raid with.
Feel the sunshine. Does it brighten up your day? Don't
Why me?
feel that sometimes
Make sure you put the space in there, otherwise Autobot might time you out.
reach out for the sunshine.
And we're gonna raid somebody who's also looking for incredibly rare creatures, just in a different game. We're gonna raid Matt Bragg, who's currently playing Viva Pinata. So be sure to give him some of that time and his love, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for more Danganronpa. I have to gift out subs. I have to gift out subs. I had loaded up my stream, was looking for the sub button to appear in the corner. And it wouldn't for some reason. And I realized that I was on twitch.tv/TomF. 6 gift subs for the amount of gift subs we received this time around. Complete. Subs to Mythic Knight, Enkilla1, Rexinator, Nyandrew, 97, Chilled Like Ice, and Nicosaur. Here's a sub for your subs. Mwah. All right, now we can raid Matt with the same message. Why me? I almost just typed in raid Matt Bragg instead of raid Axial Matt. All right. Now we got it going. All right, so I will see you guys next time. Enjoy Viva Pinata. Later.